I was just looking at the math you did for what was his name? The guy from my old office.
Mark, yeah,
Right, Mark. Honestly, it physically hurts to look at it.
because he waited, what, 10 years to start investing?
Exactly, 10 years. And that one simple, completely normal decision, it cost him, wait, let me get the exact number. Over $650,000.
Okay, I need a second. Frank, stop. $650,000 just from waiting?
Just from waiting. And the craziest part is, he's a really smart guy. But that's exactly why we do this. I'm Frank.
And I'm Lynn. Welcome to Talkin' Wonder. We create easy-to-understand whiteboard animations covering family finance, investing, passive income, and debt management.
Right. Our goal is to break down complex financial topics, help you avoid traps, and build wealth together. If you want to secure your future, you are exactly in the right place.
So, back to Mark. I mean, $650K, that's a house. That's a whole retirement. How does waiting just 10 years do that?
It's the compound interest. Look, here's the scenario. You have two people, same income, same circumstances. Person A starts putting away $500 a month at age 25.
Okay, $500 a month, that's totally doable.
Right, but person B, Mark, basically, waits until 35 to do the exact same thing.
Because he wanted to wait until his student loans were paid off, or he bought a house, the usual stuff.
The when I feel ready trap, exactly. So, fast forward to age 65. Mark, who started at 35, has grown his investments to about $585,000.
Which doesn't sound terrible. I mean, $500,000.
It doesn't, until you look at person A, who started at 25. Same $500 a month, they have, drumroll, over $1.2 million.
God, that makes me sick to my stomach.
Literally double. A simple 10-year delay costs you $65,000 every single year you wait for the right time. And it gets worse. Let's say someone starts at 20, invests for just 10 years, and then completely stops.
Stops forever? Like they never put another dime in?
Never, just 10 years and done. Then you have someone else who starts at 45, which is so common, people suddenly panic about retirement in their 40s, and they invest for 20 years, twice as long.
Let me guess, the 20-year-old still wins.
Crushes them by over $260,000. The math alone should scare you into making time your best freaking friend.
So what is the actual fix here? Because everyone says, oh, I'll do it someday when I get that promotion.
Someday is killing your wealth. You literally just open an account today. Vanguard, Schwab, Fidelity. Check out a book from the library if you have to. It takes an hour.
And just automate it, right? We talk about this all the time.
Set up an automatic monthly transfer. Don't wait for extra money. Even if it's just 5% of your take-home pay to start, just get the ball rolling and bump it up 1% every December. You won't even notice the money's gone.
Right, because if you don't see it, you don't spend it. But what if the reason you're not investing isn't just because you're waiting for the perfect time?
You mean if there's an actual legitimate anchor dragging you down?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about the elephant in the room, the one most families just accept as totally normal.
Credit cards. High interest debt.
Right, because we all grow up seeing our parents, just paying the minimum. It feels normal.
Normal, yeah. But the math, look, it will literally crush you. The average credit card right now is charging, 27% a year?
Which is insane.
It is, because the stock market historically gives you about 7% real returns. So even if you are an absolute investing genius, you cannot beat
a 27% hole in your pocket.
Exactly. It's mathematically, it's impossible. It's like going swimming with a 50-pound weight on your back.
So if you have it, it's a full-on emergency. Stop the zero-balance transfer gimmicks and just deal with it.
Drop everything. Call them, negotiate the APR down. You can actually do that and pay it off. But once you do that, once you start investing, there is a silent fee that even the smartest investors ignore.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. The financial advisor trap.
The 1% AUM fee, assets under management.
But see, 1% doesn't sound scary. Like if you took 1% out of my checking account right now, I probably wouldn't even notice.
Right, 1% sounds totally harmless, but let's run the numbers. Say you start with 50K. You invest $1,000 a month in a low-cost index fund. In 35 years, you have roughly $2 million.
Okay, love that for us.
Yeah, but if you put that exact same money in an account where a financial advisor takes a 1% fee every year, your final balance drops by over $400,000.
Wait, are you serious right now? $400,000?
I am dead serious. Where did it go? It went to your advisor, 1% at a time, because you're not just handing them 1%.
You're giving them the growth, the compounding of that 1% over your whole life.
Bingo. In that scenario, it's like handing your advisor $980 every single month for 35 years.
That is a terrible subscription.
Right? So if you need an advisor, you pay an hourly rate or a flat fee, never a percentage of your total wealth, period.
Okay, so no credit card debt, no 1% fees. You're doing everything right. But what happens when someone actually starts making real money? Like they get the six-figure job. They feel like they've finally made it.
Well, that's usually when the real trouble starts, because the moment that paycheck hits.
You just upgrade your life unconsciously.
Exactly. People think, oh, I make 120K now, and the unconscious spending just explodes. Actually, there's a stat. 1 in 3 households making between 100K and 150K a year still worry about paying their bills.
I mean, we literally did this. Remember when you got that promotion and we instantly leased a car we absolutely did not need?
Oh, God. The logic was, well, there was no logic.
We kept telling ourselves we deserve this, but it just sucked up the extra income.
Right, and that's the trap, because wealth isn't your income line, and it isn't your spending line. It's the gap between the two.
The space in the middle.
Yes. So look, if you make more money, please spend more. Buy the nice dinners, take the trip, but you have to increase your investment percentage first. If you're investing 7%, bump that thing to 9, and then go have a great time.
Okay, but what about the exact opposite? Because there are people who are so obsessed with the gap that they practically starve themselves. Like my friend Sarah.
The coupon queen.
Yes, she will literally drive across town to save, I don't know, 50 cents on generic ketchup. She skips vacations, cuts her spending to the bone.
But she hasn't asked for a raise in, what, 5 years?
10. It's been 10 years.
See, I find this tragic. It's playing life small. People focus all their energy on saving pennies on tartar sauce, but they completely ignore the other side of the equation, increasing their income.
Because asking for a raise is terrifying, and clipping a coupon is safe.
Sure, but if Sarah had one 10-minute salary negotiation, she could have earned more in that one move than everything she saved over a decade. Getting a $10,000 raise early in your career, it doesn't just give you 10 grand.
It raises your baseline for every single job you take after that.
Exactly. Earning money is a skill. Nobody just walks into a room and says, oh, feed me more money. You have to build rare skills, bring value, and learn how to negotiate or, switch companies strategically.
So control the unconscious spending, stop obsessing over 50 cents, and actually negotiate your worth.
Right. Get the big decisions right.
Okay, but even as you do all of that, there is one massive purchase we are basically brainwashed from birth to make.
The ultimate American dream.
Right. And if you dare question it, everyone, your parents, your neighbors, they all look at you and say, well, if you don't do this, you're literally just throwing money away.
If you rent, you're throwing money away. It's the most powerful invisible script in America.
And it forces people to make the biggest financial decision of their lives based entirely on a feeling.
Right. They look at the monthly mortgage payment, they say, oh, I can afford that, and they sign. But they are making that decision practically blind because they completely ignore the phantom costs.
The invisible stuff, property taxes, maintenance,
Insurance, one-time closing costs, the opportunity cost of your down payment. The mortgage is actually just a tiny fraction of what you're paying.
I mean, look at property insurance right now. People are panicking because it's suddenly costing them hundreds of dollars more every single month.
Exactly. People think my mortgage is a fixed rate. Yeah, but all those other expenses, they go up. I remember when I was living in New York, I ran the numbers on buying an apartment exactly like the one I was renting.
Same square footage, same everything?
Same everything. And the result? It would have cost me over twice as much to own it. If rent was, say, $3,000 a month, owning would have been $6,600.
Wow. So what did you do?
I rented. I didn't have to maintain anything. The landlord took care of it. And I took that $3,600 difference every month and invested it in the market instead. I made way more money doing that.
Okay, but wait. I can literally hear the keyboard warriors typing right now, smoke coming out of their keyboards. But Frank, what about building equity?
My equity is in the top 500 companies in America, and guess what? It's liquid. If I want that money today, I don't have to pay a 6% transaction fee to a real estate agent. It is liquid and it is large.
So the takeaway isn't never buy a house. It's just do the math first.
Run a buy versus rent calculation. Use the New York Times calculator. It factors in rent increases, taxes, all of it. Because right now, in 100% of the top 50 U.S. metro cities, it is more expensive to buy than to rent.
100%? God, so you're saying treat a house as a lifestyle choice first.
Exactly. You want the good school district, you want to paint the walls, buy it, but know the real numbers. And if you're in your 20s, remember that buying locks you down. You lose your mobility, which is your best asset for career growth.
Right. You don't want to be chained to a piece of real estate if a great job opens up somewhere else.
You don't, but,
But what?
Well, a bad mortgage is one thing, but there is a financial anchor that is way heavier and way more permanent than a house, and people sign that contract all the time based on kisses and love without ever looking at the numbers. Who you choose to marry.
Oh, wow. Okay, we are going deep.
We have to. Because people live in this freaking Disney movie. They think marriage is just about kisses and love. But the reality is, when you get married, you are creating a business.
The business of running a household together, which I know sounds so unromantic, but it's the truth.
It is the truth, and I speak with couples all the time who have been together for decades, and they have never explicitly talked about their debt.
Or what they actually want their lives to look like financially.
Right. Imagine deciding to swim across a river, but your partner is a 55-pound anchor strapped to your back, pulling you in the opposite direction. It's impossible. Do you know that 50% of married couples
Don't even know their own total household income?
Exactly, half of them, which is exactly why we do our, bi-weekly money meetings?
Yes, with an actual agenda. And I know people think it's weird, but if you have standing meetings for your job, why wouldn't you have one for the most important business you run at home?
Exactly, you have to get on the same page. But even if you do that, even if you and your partner are perfectly aligned, there is one final mistake that derails everything.
Okay, lay it on me.
Trying to time the market. People behave with their money like, okay, imagine you're cooking dinner.
Okay, I'm cooking.
And a toddler runs into the kitchen and they just start throwing everything. They grab a fork, they grab a knife, and they're just swinging it at their own forehead.
Okay, terrifying image, but I get it.
And you're just standing there like, can you please leave? I am trying to make dinner so you don't starve. Well, when you log into your investment account because you read a scary headline, you are that toddler.
Because you think you're being smart by pulling your money out to protect it.
Right. Oh, I'll just sell now and buy back in when it's safe. You are literally stabbing yourself in the forehead. It is mathematically a disaster. Look at the data. From 2004 to 2019, if you just kept your money in the market, $10,000 turned into over $30,000.
Just by leaving it alone. Buy and hold.
Buy and hold. But if you tried to time it and you missed just the best 30 days in that entire 15-year period,
Wait, only 30 days? How much does it drop?
your 30 grand becomes $6,800.
No, you lose almost everything.
You get crushed because nobody knows which days those best 30 days are going to be. Not me, not Wall Street, and certainly not You know.
The random finance guru on TikTok in the tight Under Armour shirt.
Oh, it drives me crazy. But people love it.
Because they want the get-rich-quick secret. They want to outsmart the system instead of just being patient.
Exactly. They get too smart for their own good, react completely emotionally, and then try to cover it up with logic. When the reality is, the absolute best thing you can do for your money when things look scary is just